Ha! He is not back. Wrong.
I felt like
Son of a bitch.
son of a bitch does it all the time. I felt like Ariel Helwani interviewing Tony Khan. Did you ever watch that interview?
Where he just sits there?
Yeah, like in the middle of the interview, because Tony Khan's like, I have to go to the bathroom. Can I go to the bathroom? He's like, yeah, go ahead, I guess. He's like, it's your house. Like, you know, like we're in the middle of an interview, but I guess go ahead. And so he sits there, and he's like, I sped it up to double time, but you can see how long I sit here and wait for fucking Tony Khan. He sat there for like 10 minutes. And like the dude probably fucking went and did a rail in the bathroom.
Look at how red my eyes are from allergies.
Yeah, yours are redder than mine. Oh,
yesterday they were
thanks for-
super red.
Thanks for reminding me. I will stop by the pharmacy.
Ooh. I'm just glad they let us buy decongestants here in Oregon finally.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well then I guess I don't need to do that.
You might need them for yourself.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was going to get them for you if in fact you still needed them. But seeing as how Oregon is allowing more methamphetamine.
Figured it out. Yeah.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
Dave,
What's up, Dave?
Dude, if my dick was down there, tell you what,
Chicken butt.
I wouldn't be going to school.
All right.
What would you be doing?
Be a porn star. Or just sell pictures of my dick. I have an OnlyFans.
I mean, you could probably actually make money doing that anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
There's a market
everybody
out there for extra medium penises.
There's a market for everybody.
everybody thinks you're hot. Let me start over.
Let's start over.
Thanks, Jake. I appreciate that, man.
Somebody thinks everybody is hot.
Mhm.
If you show me a person, there is somebody in the world who's like, I'm gonna
That's
fuck
the
that.
one.
I'm gonna fuck him. I want to fuck him.
Your sweater looks like you're one of those really fat people that lost a ton of weight and their skin is just hanging.
It kind of is in a way, because like I bought it when I was a little heavier. I mean, I bought it fucking forever ago, to be honest.
That's odd because I bought this tank top when I was a little bit lighter.
Mhm.
And now it's a muscle tee for no muscles.
It used to be a shirt. Now it's a tank top.
Now it's a tank top. And welcome to Fashion with Robin.
Right?
It used to be a shirt, and now it's a tank.
God, I can't. How many shirts I've seen Robin with are just fucking. There's no fucking sides to them. It was like that was the thing back in the day.
Yeah,
Like,
I
All
was
the
wearing
way
one
down to
earlier.
the bottom hem.
It's like,
Yeah, if you had sides on your shirt, you were a bum. But I had man boobs, so I was.
I would always leave like at least a good 6 to 8 inches of material on the side, but they were definitely like I would cut them into here.
They
like
were
here,
they were aggressive cuts.
like to there. I'm like, what's up, guys? You know where the weight room's at?
If Robin had a fashion line, it'd be called the aggressive cut tank.
Aggressive cut tank. That's the name of the
pre-show
pre-show.
even. Yep.
It's
There
a
it
service when you send in your shirts. Robin cuts them
And I
for
just
you.
cut them. Yeah.
You just cut 'em.
That's some straight up. Oh God, I can't remember the name of the guy off the top of my head right now, but he was like, "You put teeny tiny little ads in newspapers all across the country and send me."
We talked about that like 3 weeks ago.
It's funny.
Ding. Judges?
Was that conversation about the same guy who put the ad in the paper for solar powered clothing dryers?
No, but that's
And
a
it-
different
and it
story.
was
That's
just a
hilarious.
string?
Yeah.
That you, yeah.
Wind powered clothes cleaning system.
Mm-hmm.
No, this guy's story was, and I may be getting it wrong because I only heard it when Jake's explained it, but he would, and I remember hearing about it before, but he put little tiny ads in the paper and it would be like, send me $5 to learn how to make $1 million by just putting ads in the paper or something like that.
And he'd send you a pamphlet that was essentially, here's what I do. I take out little ads and I ask people to send me $5.
So it's the predecessor to the all these super alpha male bargaining like business. Look at this Lamborghini that I actually rented, but I'll show you how to be a fucking top dog alpha salesperson.
What's up? I'm the richest guy on TikTok. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, no, we probably not. Second of all, who cares?
Right. The one that I just heard about, Andrew Tate and his castle.
That guy's such a dork.
Turns out it was not his castle.
And whose castle was it?
It was like the servants' quarters at someone else's castle who owned it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Ding.
But I saw that story and I was like, ding. But yeah, I was like, what a douche.
If I ever had the misfortune of running into the guy, like, I don't know how I'd react, but I'd probably be like, God, you're a dork.
Well, it's this. Okay, so I'll admittedly, when he first started like gaining traction, I was just like, whatever, like this is because I don't
whatever.
You know, I don't follow things.
So whatever.
Sorry.
I don't really follow things, you know what I mean? And
I can relate.
So I was just like, okay, whatever. This guy's kind of a goober, but whatever. He does his thing. He's got money. He must be doing something right. And then as like just listening to him talk, and then like this wave of wannabe alpha male fucking influencers that are like, if she's got a kid, fuck her. Like I don't buy used pussy.
Shit.
And it's like it's annoying at this point. At first it was funny to me. Now it's annoying to me. I'm like, you guys all suck.
There were a lot of people that didn't get that it was not legit. Like,
yeah. It's what happened. It's a classic Andrew Dice Clay situation, right? Where it's like he started by doing a shtick. Yeah. And then people started being like, yeah, fuck yeah, hickory dickory dock. And the whole shtick went like he became the Dice Man, and that's where he lost his mojo, as it were.
You want the picture?
You want the picture?
You were the one that wanted the picture.
Yeah, like that whole thing. Borat is essentially a movie about the casual anti-Semitism in the United States. And then Bruno is a movie about anti-Europeanism and homosexuality casually in the United States, which is interesting. That's one of the things that Sacha Baron Cohen said. He's like, I wanted to show the world with Borat like just how close to the surface this hatred truly is.
Yeah.
And how willing people were to go along with something just to be, part of it. Like the whole him going, and then Borat when he went and did the 3%ers thing. Like that shit was crazy.
That was crazy. Yeah.
I don't remember it that much. I don't think I actually ever watched all of it.
The second one?
Any of them.
It's
like, I know the catchphrases, but that's about it. I don't really.
Definitely watch them.
It's a very funny movie, but it's also really done in a really thoughtful way, despite how vulgar it is.
Yeah.
It's like one of the things I said to a boss of mine once. I said, even at my most vulgar, I am very careful with the words I choose. And she kind of looked at me and I'm like, I know what I'm saying, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like if I cuss, it's intentional.
Yeah.
I
But
just don't give a shit.
I don't give a fuck.
I was pissed at McDonald's the other day. It was Saturday, and I had to take Riv to her soccer game. My dad was at one of those flag line thing he does. And so I get home.
What's that? Where like the guys on the motorcycle ride around with flags?
And they go to
Funerals
veterans funerals.
Oh, okay.
And so I get home at like 10:50, and she's like, I said something to her about being hungry, and she's like, yeah, I want McDonald's breakfast. And I'm like, it closes in like 10 minutes. Yeah. Well, I'll try to order it on the app. And I get it put in my phone on the app. I'm like, Cool. Okay, I'll go get it. I get out the door at like 10:53, and it won't let me fucking press send because it says
You're too far away.
we're getting ready to switch over to lunch, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I get there at 11 o'clock, and there's a car in front of me in the drive-through. I get up to the window or the speaker thingy at 11:01, and I'm like, hey, I've been trying to order your breakfast for like 10 minutes, and your app won't let me. And the lady's like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? That's fucked up. Well, do you want anything? No, I don't.
No, I want
'Cause
breakfast.
I'm not hungry. I'm here for someone else.
And they wanted breakfast.
So I ordered her a fucking McDouble or whatever, because that's her thing she gets for lunch. I get home, she's like, I don't want that. I'm like, God damn it. So then I had to fucking make her eggs and hash browns and ham, because that's what she eats when my dad's here. I hate people. God damn it. So then I fucking got on Twitter and fucking messaged McDonald's. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? I was pissed.
This seems so petty.
It is
to me. Like I'm listening to you, and I'm like, should have done it 30 minutes earlier.
Well, how am I supposed to know?
I know.
Breakfast.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, Dave.
I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
Be on Robin's side, you motherfucker.
But if you're gonna,
if you're gonna have breakfast till 11, make it so I can order it at 11.
Why can't I order it at 10:50?
Or at 10:50? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting ready.
Even at the window, they wouldn't let you order breakfast.
No, because it was now after 11 because somebody was in front of me.
That's fucking okay. It's getting lamer.
Robin, he's getting mad now. Dave's pissed.
I'm gonna go get breakfast now.
Motherfucker.
Like, did they just throw away all the leftover breakfast stuff? At 11 o'clock, they're like, well,
they got it on a timer.
You guys are fucked.
Their flame broilers are on a timer, and at 11, everything goes up.
Yeah.
There's just an incinerator in the back.
These McGriddles will self-destruct in 15 seconds.
I know, out of my ass.
Yeah. God damn it.
I'm still peeved about the McGriddle.
What about it?
That was my idea before they started making them.
What you mean?
I was making McGriddles at home, and I was like, man, these would be awesome.
Were you making them at night?
Yeah, making them at night.
Oh.
Sneaking griddles under the
table. I'm not making them at night, Dad.
I'm making them at night.
Making them at night.
At first, I didn't hear, I had just heard that punchline, or I had seen a sign somewhere that said I'm making them at night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Huh? Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you hadn't heard it yet, it makes no sense.
I had to watch 10 minutes of stand-up to get this punchline, and once I heard it, I was like, it's fucking worth it.
Once you hear the punch, once you get the whole joke, it's worth it. Mm-hmm. The whole setup is pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
I love the concept that his brother with Down syndrome is just completely mischievous, just chaos. But he's not. But it's innocent too. So because there's not a malicious bone in those fucking kids' bodies.
No, and he's not hurting anybody. I mean, it might be dangerous that he's cooking.
But apparently not.
Clearly, apparently,
they can cook too, Robin.
Obviously. Have you seen that commercial? Oh, that looks fun.
I know when you're talking about bartender. You think I can't drink or something like that?
No,
are you talking about that one?
It's a Eugene commercial, and it's like this dude who's got Down syndrome, but he speaks I wouldn't have known if I just heard him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he opens his door, and it's this black dude, and he's like, "You ready to go?" And he's like, "Yep." And he's like, "All right, did you brush your teeth?" And he's like, "Minty, fresh."
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And then he's like, "You watched the game last night?" And he's like, "Yes, I did." And then I was like, "Oh wait, I hear it now."
There it is.
I did.
Mm-hmm. It's for that in-home care.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he's making them at night.
He's making them at night. No, the one I was thinking about is this one girl with Down syndrome, and the whole premise is people don't think people with Down syndrome can do things.
Yeah.
Right.
And so she's in a bar, and they hand her a Sprite, and she's like,
"Oh,
I'm 24 years old. I can drink." And they're like, "Here's a Sprite."
No.
Like that's not what I ordered.
I wanted to get hammered, though.
Yeah.
Hammered drunk.
Trying to get down, if you know what I mean.
No.
Wait, no.
God damn it. Oh my god.
I caught him.
That is. Oh, that's funny. That's really
Ding.
funny.
Ding.
Multiple dings.
Oh.
The old double dinger.
The old double dinger.
I'm gonna get a boner and do it with that, so it can be a dick double dinger.
Double dick dinger.
Yeah.
Double dick dinger.
Oh man.
Who did that song? Is it Wheeler Walker Jr. who did the Dick Down in Dallas song?
No, Trey. Hold on, I got it on my phone. It's Trey something.
We're talking about Wheeler Walker Jr. today, and I referenced it, and Jacob didn't know what I was talking about, and I thought, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Wheeler Walker Jr., and I just didn't look it up because why would I?
Yeah.
So I was so busy, I didn't have time.
It was a
Trey
reference
Lewis.
that didn't land, so why look it up? Because no one knows if you're right or wrong.
Exactly.
It's Trey Lewis.
Trey Lewis.
Yep.
Trey Lewis. So I just realized I could do something that I hadn't done for a while, is I can put you guys on the right side of the screen, and then I can picture the hockey game. So like you do the two screens, I can do 2 and 1 because I'm on my computer. So I just went to esapn.com.
There you go.
Put on a little hockey that I'm casually watching while I'm talking to y'all.
Little hockey.
Oh, hey, what's up, Cans? It looks like Lime Cat with tits.
Did you see the video from Talladega from this weekend?
Where he was on fire and he was asking for Oprah Winfrey.
No, that was the night. Well, I guess this was the night too. No, like apparently,
Apparently,
I think it was after the race. Somebody had like a Jed's party sort of situation set up with a stripper pole, and chicks are up there just fucking flashing their cans and dancing on the pole. And I was like, whoa, I want to go to NASCAR.
Yep.
Yeah. Like NASCAR seems like it'd be a party. Like that's one thing that's for sure. Is I know I'd have a good time if I went to NASCAR.
It's still on my sports bucket list. Is infield at a race. And one of the bigger ones, not like Sears. Sears would be lame because it's a road track.
You want to go to like Talladega?
Yeah, or something like that. But yeah, that's on my sports bucket, and I'm not even a big race fan.
But it would be fun.
I think I would be more entertained by going to a NASCAR race than an F1 race, and I'm an F1 fan.
I think so too, because there's not so like unless you're in a corner where all the passing is,
you're just gonna see cars going by.
That's one of the cool things about the racetrack in Roseburg. Well, before they made it a dirt track, was you can see the whole track. So like any passes, you're just sitting there and you're just like, whoa. I mean, like, yeah, it's a circle or an oval, but it's cool because you can see every pass and wreck and crash. And
did you ever used to go to the Cottage Grove track?
No, because we had our own here.
Yeah, fair.
I think, is the Cottage Grove a dirt track?
Yeah. It is. I don't know if they still race there.
I think it's still a dirt track, and because Douglas County's done their thing, now they're doubling down and racing more.
Okay. Well, remember that dealership I used to work for?
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole owner's family, they all race dirt tracks. So I went to a bunch of the dirt tracks in that Lane and Lynn and Benton County areas.
Yeah.
But I can't remember which ones were which, to be honest with you. You know me.
I went to the I had to go to the track in Lebanon a few times to cover that.
I miss racing. It's fun to watch.
It really is. Like I didn't give it as I was annoyed that I had to be there professionally because it was a fucking Saturday night and I just worked 5 days and then I had to go cover the fucking race.
Right.
So I didn't really want to be there. Like if I was going to be there, I wanted to be drunk and I wasn't allowed to be drunk.
That's fair. Yeah.
Those sound like guidelines.
Oh, I did talk to Bullet. He's thinking about it.
Okay, well, he's got like a decreasing amount of time to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna say no because nobody says maybe and thinks about it and Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if
I'm the exception that proves that rule.
Right.
If I say maybe, it's legitimately a maybe.
Right.
Like, there are things I have to consider before I make a decision.
You know, something funny about like that exact thing I just said, though. Riv said I'm the only person she's seen that will say maybe, and then it is literally a maybe because I don't know if I'm going to allow her to do something or if we're going to go do something. Like,
Right.
I will really be like, maybe, and then I'll think about it, and then I'll come back to her, and then because like if her mom says maybe,
it's a no.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, you see, it comes down to something that I remember when I was a kid. Is my mom said to me, well, no, she was like, you keep saying basically like you said this and you said that. And I was like, yeah, basically like holding you fucking accountable. Like you said we would go do this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I realized that if I tell my kids that we're going to go do something and we don't do it, I'm a liar.
Yeah.
But if I say maybe and we don't do it, it didn't happen. And I can say it didn't happen because of this.
Right.
You say, but we still try. We went for it. We went after it, but maybe, you know, can we get that? Maybe we'll find out, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. With my parents, it was, we'll see every time. We'll see. We'll see.
I think my maybes are always tied to financials.
Yes.
Like every single time I say maybe to something, it's a financial decision.
Yeah. Cause you're also like me where we're sort of overly impulsive.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, shotgun.
Yes.
Yeah. Robin, hey, do you want any of this stuff from Marshall's? Yes. Oh shit, I should have checked my bank account before I said that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I get excited about the Marshall selection.
Hey man, I get it. Oh hey, I'm bleeding.
This is for Marshalls.
On Monday when I went into work, my boss wasn't there. He was at lunch and he comes in. I was like, hey, there's a shotgun in the back. He's like, okay. I was like, it came in Saturday and it sat here for 2 hours and then I bought it. And he's like, oh, okay. I was like, I didn't even think about the fact that you like anytime we get a consignment, he wants it to sit out for a little bit. Because if I buy it, he makes no money.
Right.
So I was like, that's a super fair point to leave it on the account. Like, this is a business. I was like, do you want me to cancel this and put it back on the wall? And he's like, nah, just don't do it all the time. And I was like, so some of the time. Yeah. I was like, so some of the time. And he's just like, yeah, some of the time, but not all the time. I was like, all right, I can work with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can work with that.
It's kind of like how I've been trespassed from a certain establishment, but I haven't been criminally trespassed yet. So technically, I get one more trip.
That's what I thought.
And
yeah,
I just don't care. They're out at like they're getting withdrawn on Monday or on Friday, and they're going to their new school on Monday. But at the same time, I'm sitting there. I'm like, I can force their hand and make them call the police and make them criminally trespass me. I could do it, or
but why?
I could do what I really want to do, and that's just picket the school and stay on the sidewalk.
Yeah, but a picket is a protest, and you have to have a permit to protest.
It's a First Amendment protected. If I have a sign,
if they have, I don't know about the sign part.
If
they have an ordinance about protest that says yes, you can protest, but you have to come tell us you're going to do it.
If I'm standing in public,
just go talk to the county and ask them if you can protest.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it's public property. I
understand that part.
Yeah. But yeah, I can stand in a lot of places with a sign.
Yeah, you could.
And I'm not actually trespassed from any administrative buildings.
Oh, they don't call him old Jake jumping through the hoop snakes. Nothing.
Let me grab my gelato.
Hey, what are we talking about today on the show? The pre-show talk. James,
they don't
drink.
They don't call him old fucking burn every bridge behind him Tabor for nothing.
Yeah, no, you earned that one. Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about soccer.
Oh yeah, because you went and saw soccer.
Yeah, I'm so massively disappointed.
Yeah, well.
I'm halfway through Fallout.
Yeah.
That shit's good.
Like I said, I'm like an episode ahead of you on my second watch through.
Once I get through this first watch through, I'm just gonna fucking power through it like 3 or 4 times.
Fallout?
It's good.
Yeah.
Like, it really is good.
I'm halfway through my second watch through.
Yeah, I'm in the same spot.
It's funny, like I made some comment today, the same comment I meant to you. I was like, hey, on a Facebook page, and like a bunch of fucking neckbeards jumped all over me like, did you even watch the show? I'm like, yeah, fuck me for being 4 episodes in, guys. Like, I was like, I asked a question. I'm sorry, I misunderstood what he said 4 hours of entertainment ago.
Right.
And thought, hey, this organization that we all know to be shady as fuck? You think maybe it could be that they lied about the date?
Mm-hmm.
They just allow that possibility.
Yeah.
That they just lied about the date.
Yeah.
It's, if you reset the clock to 0 because of a nuclear bomb, what does it matter what the day is? And say, it's been 200 years. Who told you that? Who told you it's been 200 years? The people who are here? Fuck.
Hey, remember how I said something about Michael Rappaport?
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing him yet?
Yes, I do. As soon as the second time I watched the second episode,
you're like, oh!
I was like, there he is.
You fucking idiot.
You motherfucker! I was like, ah!
Right?
Yes.
Like so you're through the second. So as soon as he takes his helmet off,
I'm through.
And he's on 4. He's
okay,
on 4.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
As soon as he took his helmet off and started talking, I was like, hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time he said, you motherfucker. I was like, oh, wait, that's Rappaport.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, man.
Hey!
These people.
You ready for a good-ass show?
Yeah.
I am now.
Look at him. He's warming up the tips.
Warming up the tips.
Spit on him. That's right.
How do you know which tip opens up to accept the other tip?
It kind of goes like this.
It's like the Avatar hair thing.
Is that what they call grapevining?
Yeah, that was the weirdest sex scene I've ever seen in my life.
Avatar?
Yeah. Cool. All right, here we are.
Penises come together.
We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show, and you just heard him talking about how much he loved Avatar and the sex scene they're in. It's Dave.
It explains a lot about my penis and what it looks like.
What does it look like?
Like one of those hair things.
Is that the Filipino in you?
Yeah, it just comes out.
Which animal is it that has the corkscrew one?
The duck.
Is it?
Yeah, because like it comes down to a evolutionary game of cat and mouse between the duck and the female duck.
And we got a lot of animals in here.
Yeah.
It's Noah's Ark.
Yeah. So essentially, what has happened is the male ducks essentially rape the female ducks, and then so as to not become pregnant, the inner workings of a female duck has become like a labyrinth, and so now the male duck penis apparently, as opposed to the female duck penis.
Just say the old male duck dick.
The male duck penis.
This is an early leader for the name of this episode. The male duck penis.
Duck. We're playing a little game of duck dick over here.
The little duck dick.
Duck dick might be the better one.
Anyway, so it travels through the labyrinth trying to find its way to inseminate the lady duck, therefore creating more ducks. So that's why the duck has a corkscrew penis.
Yep.
Anyway, so speaking of animal rape, it's Robin.
You're goddamn right I am. Yep, that's the one.
They don't call me little master of segways for nothing.
They sure don't.
especially like the stand-up ones.
I would love to see drunk Dave on a Segway.
I would just like to see Dave on a Segway, period. Probably center of balance is too low or something. Anyway.
It would probably just run smoothly. My hands free.
Bringing it back around. Guys like
Circle jerking it.
Fingers. Make that hoop snake. Hoop snake known as Jake.
It's me, One Take Jake, back in the saddle again, watching a little bit of the puck, a little bit of hockey right now. Vegas and Dallas playing one another. We got desert hockey, ladies and gentlemen.
Hockey is the only sport where you just, well, no, I guess hockey and golf. And golf's not really a sport, it's an activity or a game. But
Right.
Hockey is the only sport where you have to just assume that the puck is there all the time. Because you're not always going to see it. You're like, does he have it?
He was a spectator.
He's definitely got it. Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you're playing, you're there and you can see it. But
There are definitely times when I've been to a ton of T-Birds games and I just kind of watch and I'm like,
you watch the action.
yeah, I'm just I'm like I can't really see what's going on because it's down on the other side of the ice. And all of a sudden, guys put their hands in the air, and I'm like, "Fuck!"
Something happened.
God damn it! They scored. They're like,
You hit the
really?
horn.
They're like, how do you
Especially
know?
if
I'm
the
like,
horn's late.
like, how do you know? I'm like, those 5 guys are walking over to the bench high-fiving. So,
Mhm.
so
Impressive
fuck.
since-
And they just put another number. Like 4 just became 5, and ours is still 0.
I think I'm gonna start using that more often.
What's that? The near?
The sound from Letterkenny.
In hockey.
Oh, it's puck talk on my show.
Puck talk.
With the puck ducks.
Yeah.
The Puck Ducks.
Mhm.
Ooh, wait a second.
Hold up.
I need an actual light bulb to put behind me so I can just do that. Hold on.
Every time you get an idea.
Wait,
like,
wait.
Yeah, count it.
Idea. What's up, Thanos?
What's up, Thanos idea?
But anyways, my question about hookies.
Yes.
Does that work? Okay. Do they have like associated teams, like a minor league, like baseball does?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't 100% sure.
We're in a Honey P.
The one in a honeybee. Yep.
So, for instance, the Seattle Thunderbirds, the team that I go to most frequently because their tickets are $20 and it's fun. I saw a kid who plays for the Portland team named Furcus. He was a 2nd-round draft pick for the Seattle Kraken. And so what will happen is essentially these kids get drafted and sent off at like age 17 and 18 from fucking Saskatoon, Alberta to Seattle to play hockey. And so these kids end up having to have like host families and shit for the first couple of years that they play hockey. But this kid's gonna probably be in the league in the next couple of years or so. So there is a very, very deep minor league system here in the United States, and most of it is fed into by the draft. So like, guys get drafted out of Russia and they come and they play, maybe AAA hockey for a little bit. They're 2-way players. They can go back and forth between the minors and the majors.
There it is.
Okay.
Destructigon just started watching Shorzy.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, hey, they're in Sudbury. That's where I'm from. It's like, whoa,
Of course.
that's kind of cool.
The whole Sudbury sod.
Of
Where
course.
were
he's
they?
from- yeah. What are they? The
I
Sod-
kept
The,
sod poodles.
I was gonna say the Sod Poodles too, but that's Amarillo.
Yeah, that's a baseball team.
It's funny that we both know that.
It's like sod poodles. No, that's not it.
It's a random one. I've never
It's
heard
the
that
blueberry.
Bulldogs.
It is. It's the
Yeah,
blueberry
blueberry
bulldogs.
bulldog.
One. Yeah. Yep. There it is.
I was gonna say which. I just have a Shamrocks jersey. That's easy to remember.
Shamrock's jersey. Oh, from
Yeah, my Shorzy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remembers. But anyway, he
I
just started
remember.
watching Shorzy. He'd never watched Letterkenny or Shorzy, and I was like, I've seen them both multiple
Like,
times.
all of it.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I assumed he was on it.
Yeah, I
There's
assumed
like
he was.
5 people in that area, isn't there?
Right? Well, and he doesn't like watching a lot of things with effects in them because he works in that, so he gets annoyed when he sees shitty effects.
I understand that.
Right. So he's like, what was the one we were talking about the other day? Just any of the MCU. Like he can't watch them.
I could see that because it is very like just fucking make the movie effects.
Yeah. But like Halo, he watches Halo, and I think part of that is because he actually worked on it and he knows the effects are actually good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
The story might not be effects and great.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Have you finished the second season yet, Dave?
Yeah. Second season started out strong for me.
The start of the second season was good.
I thought the writing was better in the first couple episodes. Like to me, it seemed exponentially better.
It was
the writing. I was like, okay,
because I've seen the first two. Sorry.
And they're just like, all right, let's fucking go. They fixed the writing, and then it just kind of dwindled over the season.
Gotcha.
And I
was worried about.
I've always been kind of a casual Halo fan. Like I played the games a little bit, but I've never been like Halo, yeah.
Yeah.
Like how is the show? Because like I recognize that Fallout isn't super true to the source material, but I'm enjoying the interpretation that they have. How is Halo with the source material?
Fucking, they took the framework, like it's like when you're a kid and you're like, hey, you're gonna write a paper, and I want you to do a summary with your Roman numerals and everything. Mm-hmm. It's like they took that part of Halo, and then we're like, all right, we're gonna take some of the basics, and make a show.
They put in all sorts of extra Roman numerals.
It's not. If you're a huge Halo fan, it's a garbage show. Yeah. It is an absolute garbage show. If you can watch it as a space shooter,
or just a show, just as a sci-fi show.
If you just wanted to watch a sci-fi show, I think it's good.
It's really good for that.
It's definitely like a sci-fi channel show, one of the good sci-fi channel TV shows.
Gotcha.
Where it's super entertaining, but if you know any of what it's supposed to be, then it's just irritating.
See if I can get a picture of this lady real quick. Oh no, she's gone. Her hair is. She has like the.
She looks like this.
Black Santa. She has the Mia Wallace haircut, and then some major sweater cannons.
I don't know who Mia Wallace is. Who the fuck is Mia Wallace?
Sweater cannons, though.
He's a big fan of sweater cannons.
Yeah.
You remember the movie Pulp Fiction?
Yep.
Marcellus Wallace's wife.
Uma Thurman.
Oh, Uma Thurman. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the main characters of the movie.
Yeah. Well, I didn't remember her name.
You know, names, character names in movies for me are fucking garbage. I won't know them, but like Riv, she fucking remembers all that shit. I'm like, how do you remember that? Why do you remember that?
It's like one of those things you said, Uma Thurman and Pulp Fiction. I'd be like, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Right.
I can't remember John Travolta. The only character name I can think of for him is Danny. That's the only one. And I've only watched that once.
And what is that?
Grease. Isn't he Danny? Danny something. It's the only name I can think of for John Travolta in every movie I've seen him in.
I feel like it ends in an O. Like Danny Zuko or something.
Danny
Zuko.
Zuko, there it is.
Danny Zuko.
Danny, play with my dicko. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, bada bing.
Hey, we make jokes about sexual assault here. It's
Danny Rapo.
Danny Rapo. Hey, did you put up a fight? No, I'm old Danny Rapo.
Yeah, gave it the back of my hand and a switchblade.
Yeah, it was okay then. It was a different time. That's what they say.
Yeah. We got 30-year-olds playing high school kids.
Hey,
that lady has a beard.
At least nobody's talking about their pronouns.
Oh, I'm glad there's not too much of that in movies yet. That's really annoying.
It's about your audience.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is plenty of that in movies.
Now that
but
you say
we're
it, yeah, like Girls, that show Girls.
Okay,
where
so
they
I
had
missed it.
not
They
good
slip it.
looking chicks.
The writers, they slip it into Fallout.
Yeah.
But they do it. Okay, so they put it in Fallout and they do it the right way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They slip it in there casually, like it's a conversation.
Mhm.
It's not a fucking hammer it on the head point. Like, big lights. Hey, check this out real quick. It's just how life should be. Just a casual conversation, and it's Maximus is talking about that chick.
What episode is this?
Like second, you
Okay.
miss it. It's the first episode.
It's clearly so innocuous I didn't see it.
It's so you don't.
You'll
even
catch it the next time.
Yeah.
Wait, is Roman? Oh right, because Roman's not a dude.
Roman?
The chick at that's at the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Where that puts her foot and gets all fucked up.
Yeah.
I see. I didn't even think about that at all.
Yeah.
I just somebody else. It's like, men and women are in the military, and she's fucking G.I. Jane. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Men and women in the Brotherhood.
But they slip it in as refer to her whatever as they.
Yeah.
And they slip it in the show. I didn't catch it. I saw a clip on TikTok about it, and so when I rewatched it, I was like, oh, they do. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I don't.
So that's why all the fucking sunglasses and goatees are mad about this show.
Yeah, there's some
probably it.
Because
hate over that. Like,
I got on there and I'm genuinely liking the show. I think it's a lot of fun. I think the characters are interesting. I think Maximus is bullshit, but whatever. He
gets cooler.
I hope so.
He does. He gets a lot cooler.
But it's like I hop on and I make that comment and I go and I look and everybody's like, oh yeah, this piece of shit show. Like, the show fucking sucks. And someone's like, oh, more Amazon woke bullshit. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it literally one instance of them saying
one instance of it?
Maybe one other time.
Yeah, but it's not, like I said, they do it, I think, the way it should be done. It's done. Just the general conversation. It's not a big to-do.
And to that point, like when I played Far Cry 6, you play the Far Cry games?
I haven't gotten to 6 yet, but yeah.
No, but I've heard you talk about them enough that I probably get it.
Yeah, but there's one, like, I'm playing through the island and I'm really genuinely enjoying young Giancarlo Esposito as the big bad in this whole game. And he's basically narrating the story for you as you're going along. Fantastic. The first group of people you help, they're fine. Second group of people you help, they're fine. The third group of people you help are like this group of rappers, and they're already kind of annoying. And then just out of nowhere, one of them says like, "Yeah, well, you have no idea what it's like to be trans in Yara." I'm like,
who threw that in there?
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like, okay, but you're right, I don't, but
I don't know what it's like to be a bird in Antarctica either.
Yeah, but like, I don't, like, that didn't advance the story.
Yeah.
It didn't change the way I looked at the character.
And took you out of it.
It made it for a moment, because I'm sitting there and
the bigger part of it.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, yeah, this argument, they're fucking getting into it. Like, and then all of a sudden they bust that out of nowhere, and I'm like, fucking shoehorned out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, and again, I have zero problem with representation. Zero whatsoever. Like you said, there's a way to do it and to make it work. And
Black Santa.
Exactly. Representation.
But it's so, when it's ham-fisted like that, when you're lambasted with it,
I feel like if I'm watching a show and I feel like you're trying to force me to listen to the same thing over and over again, that's when I don't care about your message anymore.
Anyone who's played like Fallout 4 understands that game was already massively about like accepting people who are different from you.
Right.
That entire story is about. And no, laser beam shoot rocket.
Right. Yeah. No,
the dice man. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey!
So when I saw the people going off about that, I'm like, that is the dumbest show to complain about that in.
Right.
Because it's so, like you said, innocuous is the perfect word for it. They just do it.
Yeah.
And it's a great show. Like even like I was watching and I kind of started, I wanted to get into it, and I was like, they're calling the show woke. I'm like, what's so woke about it? I was like,
there's
are
straight
you
up like male dom BDSM in episode 4. Like the entire episode is a man leading a woman on a chain. Like,
and like, what's woke about a lead female character that wants nothing more than to get married and have a family?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, that's not on the woke agenda.
No.
Like,
and
she wants that. She just also happens to be able to do cool shit.
Yeah, she knows judo and also won't put up with your bullshit.
Like sleeping with her cousin, you know. Whatever.
You know, I mean, hey,
you do what you gotta do in the vault.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's not a sexually sustainable practice.
Yeah.
Right. You'll laugh when you watch the show.
Exactly.
When the first watch through, when the guy that I could have swore was God, what's his name? Family Guy.
Peter Griffin.
Guy that made Family Guy.
Seth MacFarlane. It's me, Peter Griffin.
Her cousin that runs the vault door.
Yeah.
I thought that was Seth MacFarlane at first.
It looked a lot.
And I was just like, oh, cool, Seth MacFarlane's in it. And then the more they showed him, I was like, that's
just that tall, handsome guy.
Mm-hmm. But that part where he's like, I'm in love with you, and she's like, we all know that. And I was like, oh, yeah, that was ouch. I didn't realize that they were cousins at first, and I was like, oh, dude, that hurts. I was like, that's rough, guy.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like working for Seth MacFarlane. Like, I imagine it'd be fun most of the time, but knowing that every Christmas party you got to stand there and clap for him doing some Sinatra song, like, because he's gonna get up and he's gonna sing because it's his fucking party, and good right to him, it's his party, he can fucking sing in the microphone. But I have to stand there and smile every fucking Christmas and go, great job, boss.
I'm really glad I got a $50,000 bonus this Christmas.
Right.
Like, I'm only laughing. I'm only smiling.
It feels like a shower thought. Like, just like, you know what? That would suck.
That would suck.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
of all the things.
Like, working for Seth MacFarlane would be neat, except for this. Like,
I mean, if that's the worst thing you had to go through all year long, though,
right?
Sign me up.
I don't think it is, legitimately. I think he's a decently nice guy.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks. But I would imagine he's kind of a dick to his writers.
He's a theater kid that made a ton of money. Of course he's a kind of a dick sometimes.
Fair enough.
Like, think about it. Good.
He's not even there that much anymore.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
He's there to record his lines, and that's
Which he probably does from his home studio.
So they were talking about it. They all come to the studio, but or a studio, I guess. Nobody does it from home. And they record their lines. For him, where he's doing like multiples, he listens to it back and then like plays off of his own lines and that sort of stuff. But for the most part, yeah, it's just.
I can imagine that recording session, like getting ready for a new season or whatever. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can like we sit here and we'll talk to each other. Well, we'll go to a tailgate and we'll talk to each other for 5-6 hours, right?
Yeah.
We're also drinking, so not as hard. But like, imagine like how like Joe Rogan, he'll sit down and he'll just talk to someone for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Now imagine, okay, I've got to do vocals, do my fucking voice acting for. Yeah, I have to do multiple characters for an entire season of the show that's coming up. Like, that sounds like a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's kind of funny. People talk shit, but I mean, Justin Roiland has like 3 voices. They're all just like slight variations. Well, I try to explain to people too when I'm doing imitations. I'm like, a lot of them are just the same voice with different parts of your nose,
inflections. Yeah.
It's like my Kermit the Frog is about the same as the one that's down here, but it's also this voice, and it's all the same. It's just me moving my nasal passages, basically.
I saw a couple different things. The fuck is that?
Chupacabra.
Fucking
There's
spider.
like a cat. There is. Oh, there's a cat on my fucking window. No, the guys on game day, they were talking about recording the voice over or voice stuff for the new NCAA game. And it's literally 2 to 3 hours every couple days.
Yeah.
Saying different ways to be excited
Touchdown,
about
Alabama.
Yeah, and every
Touchdown, Alabama.
And they'll give them a scenario. They're like, all right, it's 3rd and 27, and they just completed a pass to pick up the first down, or and then they're just going through all that. What would I say? And Herb Street was talking about how there's so many different things that he had to say, and he's like, it's tedious and tiring. But
it kind of makes me feel bad to the fact that if I play a sports game long enough, I shut the commentators off, the volume all the way down. I was like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard the story about how when the Kingdom, when Safeco Field was first built, how they started the season at Safeco and at the Kingdom, and then halfway through the season with the White Sox, he came and played at
every game.
Every game you play in Seattle on that, you have to hear that story.
Yep.
And oh my god, and it's fun. It's fun the first time you hear it.
I was like, there's a lot of interesting facts that they'll talk about, like that one pitcher who legitimately plays the show to try out different pitching sequences against batters he's facing that next day in real life. I'm like, that's an interesting story. I don't need to hear it again. I've heard it at this point, like Jake, we've heard it a million times already.
Yeah.
Or I mean, even to the point where it's reflexive when we say these people and we're playing the game and you hear these Phils, these Braves, every single time I hear these people.
Yeah.
And I'm playing in a couple custom leagues, and so you hear it different times, and you're like, God, it's annoying. But also the fun part about it is it will give you little tidbits. If you're really paying attention, and like if you're playing online, it'll tell you shit that your opponent is doing. Yeah. It'll like tip you off. It's like, hey, like I was playing a guy earlier today, and it said, these guys have been giving up a lot of outs on first pitch swinging. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm just going to fucking throw it outside the zone on the first pitch. And I started every at-bat 0-1 from that point on.
Or when it says, I really like this pitch sequence or something. What he really needs to do is come high with the heat or something like that. So I'll throw a fastball about 6 inches high, and almost always get a swing and a miss. And I'm like, all right, thanks guys.
Yep, thank you.
My bases are loaded right now. I needed that.
Right.
It's like, you're like, what would be excellent in this is if he threw a slider low and outside. That way he could generate a double play ball to the second baseman. You're like,
okay.
Are they reading the script, the game? What's going on here?
4-6-3.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I needed.
I saw a thing where Max Holloway was talking about learning different fight combinations and punch combinations, kick combinations, things from playing the UFC game.
Oh yeah, I just saw that one too.
Yeah, and they're like, really, the game? Yeah, I'm trying them all.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries them in the fights. That's fucking crazy, really.
Max Holloway is crazy.
A little bit, yeah.
And I'm here for it.
I can't believe. Did you see his face after the BMF fight?
They were fucked up.
I didn't see it shortly after. I imagine
Holloway looked pretty much the same.
Really?
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah, Gaethje was super hard.
Gaethje was fucked. He looked fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, his nose was broken in the first round, so that probably doesn't help. But yeah, he was jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
You see, they announced Conor McGregor's fighting again.
Yep, I saw that. I think we talked about it last week.
Did we?
We just couldn't figure out when he was going to fight because we thought the next fight was
302.
Is that the one that's going to be in Vegas?
It is going to be in Vegas.
Okay, because Patty got called out.
Yeah.
Paddy got, and for some reason I thought they were fighting in Ireland. The way the guy that was calling him out.
Well, there is a fight that's in England, Ireland, somewhere in there, and there have been people trying to get on that fight card because they want to fight Paddy over there.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
Because is Paddy Irish or English?
Paddy the Batty.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure like English.
Because you say Paddy the Batty, and I think of
it sounds
Irish
like
dude.
an Irish.
I think.
So at this point, I think we need Conor McGregor and Paddy the Batty to fight because, England, Ireland hates them.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'd watch. I don't know if they're in the same weight class.
Well, anymore. They used to be. Conor, I don't know if Conor can get down to 155, but maybe he can.
Mm-hmm.
The dude needs to figure out cardio because that's what's got him beat the last couple times. Well, I mean, his leg breaking in half didn't help, and
yeah,
but if he had better cardio, he could have ran it off.
Yeah, if he had better cardio, his leg would have snapped.
That would have been perfect. That's what he needed. Learn to run.
And then he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go do boxing for a minute."
Mm-hmm. No, that was the boxing was way before. Because that's why he hadn't really fought much and still hasn't, because he still has all that money from boxing, which bought him the whiskey. What's it called?
Proper 12.
That's the one. Mm-hmm. I was like, it's got some number in it.
It also looks like it bought him like a double-sized neck.
Did you watch Roadhouse yet?
I still haven't watched it yet.
I'm gonna watch it probably tomorrow at work.
But every video or picture I see of Conor, I'm like, did he eat Conor McGregor?
Well, he's huge in that movie.
Yeah, he's fucking.
But I've seen pictures of him and videos of him since like in the last week or so, and he's back to. He looks like he's like 170-ish.
Okay.
Or whatever, because he was probably solid 210. Solid. But when you take time off to recover and you're just like, I'm gonna take all the juice I want.
Right.
You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's back on the nose candies.
Did you see?
Was ever off?
Did you see the clip I sent you? Speaking of people from over there, of Drew McIntyre in WWE who got the what chant, and he was like,
"Oh, I missed the what part." I was like, I don't understand what this video is. Let me watch it again.
Yeah, so they try the what chant on him. Fuck yeah, Vegas scores. Take that, Dallas, you sons of bitches.
Who's Dallas? Oh, the Stars.
Complex relationship with professional wrestling. Say what if you French kiss your cousins? You're sick.
Drew McIntyre.
That's pretty good.
He's one of the guys that they've kind of cut loose. Like they've let him work on bullet points instead of being scripted, and he has been really good the last few weeks on the microphone.
Man, I would totally that's. It must have been a shitty crowd, because you do that in like Philadelphia and they're going for it twice as hard now.
Yeah, and then they're gonna boo you.
Yeah,
you're not. Yeah. They're gonna boo you so loud you can't even hear yourself.
Yeah, he won that one. Mm-hmm. That's easy. That's easy pickings for Drew McIntyre there.
We mentioned Vegas scoring, so it made me think of hockey again. Did you see Phoenix is moving? to Utah. And everybody hates it.
Wait, which everybody from Phoenix hates it?
Yeah,
everybody hates it.
All the players. Well, the players were just like, I think they did a poll, and the players were like, I don't want to play in Utah.
Yeah, why would they want to be in Utah? But Utah, the fan base is going to be really good.
Well, the thing about it is the arena that they're moving into is not well equipped for hockey. I saw a picture of what it's going to essentially look like, and it's going to be a shit house.
They're not building them a new one?
No,
they're working. Ryan Smith, the owner.
Yeah.
He was on Pat McAfee talking about the whole thing, and he's like, we're renovating it, trying to make it so it doesn't suck. And we're working on getting them a whole new arena so that it's not something we're sharing with somebody else, and because like they'd already pre-sold something like 7 or 20,000 tickets or something weird like that, but they only have 17,000 seats.
Right.
And I don't remember the whole thing, but
it sounds like tickets to.
I don't know, Utah people.
Did they already?
Here's the deal: is you
I
get
didn't know it was
a fucking following. The people who love hockey, and so when like the only way I was able to get a ticket to the Kraken was to win them, essentially.
Yeah.
And for them to be eliminated from any sort of contention, and they were playing the Coyotes. So it was like every ticket of consequence. I wanted to go to see the Avalanche play. It was $140 before fees for the cheap seats to go see a game there.
Mm-hmm.
And to go to a game in Denver, it was like $60 a ticket because the team had been there for 20 years when I went. So Utah is going to sell out for the first 3-4 years that they're there because they've only had the Jazz for however long, for the last forever.
Yeah.
The Jazz just shit the bed and sold everything last season.
Fuck the Jazz.
Didn't they? Didn't they just get rid of everybody last season?
They made a bunch of trades.
Yeah.
Like Donovan Mitchell's playing for the Cavs and
Rudy Gobert.
The
Rudy
Jazz
Gobert
are
in Minnesota.
They're one of those teams
They're stocking up picks.
I just hate the fucking Jazz. And it goes back to the 90s, I think.
For me, 100%.
That series
Malone.
In that series where Brian Grant went nose to nose with Karl Malone and the Blazers kicked the shit out of the Jazz in the Western Conference semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
That was badass. I remember listening to that shit on the radio, man.
Yeah,
Wheels and Rice.
I remember listening to Sean's a lot. That's
old school.
Man, he was good.
I never had the honor of listening to Sean's actually call a game. As a little,
he was good. I saw him on the freeway once because I was driving to Portland, I think, to go hang out with Brian, and I see this license plate that says Rip City, and I was like, "Oh, that's a cool license plate." And I get up next to it, I'm like, "Oh shit, Sean's!"
He like,
he didn't even look over. He's just like,
I'm Bill Shonley.
I'm 9 years old.
I'm driving down the road now.
Have we heard anything about what's happening with Bill Walton?
He's losing his mind, doing shrooms out in Bear Mountain or whatever.
I heard he had like cancer or something.
Yeah, I heard it's not good. Bill Walton's in.
Did not hear that.
A lot of physical pain. Let me see.
He's always been in pain.
Yeah, I've been reading his book, and it's fucking harrowing.
He's dead.
Yeah, Bill Walton dead at 68.
Right.
No, 69.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nothing of consequence, it seems. My good friend.
I think they're keeping it quiet.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So that's why I was like, I heard something like cancer, but I didn't get a definitive answer.
Yeah, like the circles are talking, but he's being held out of the public light.
Yeah.
Which is usually not good. It was like
the Pac-12 was like a voodoo doll for him.
It kind of
They killed it. Now they're like killing Bill Walton. He's like, no.
I liken it to is it was like seeing Lee Corso sitting in the Escalade waiting to go on stage.
Yeah.
You just see it and you're just like, oh.
Corso, I feel bad for the guy because he like in his head, it's still there.
Right.
And then he goes to speak and then it's fuck.
That's why I could never I swear to God, if I ever get dementia, just put a fucking bullet in my head. Mm-hmm. I do not want to live crazy. I do not want to live stupid. I do not want to live.
Have you heard about the whole Bruce Willis thing too?
Yeah.
No.
Like he's the same. Like he can't talk now. He hasn't talked for months now.
Yeah. Like the last couple movies, they had him in. They had to have an earpiece where they were reading his lines to him because he couldn't remember them at all.
I knew Val Kilmer was fucked up.
Well, Val Kilmer, is he still alive or did he die yet?
I think
I feel like he was on the verge of dying.
He was. He made it into
Top Gun.
Yeah, but they had to digitally make his voice. Like that's not him talking.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Okay.
64.
Okay, well, he's
Shout
No.
out Val Kilmer. Pretty decent
Right?
Batman.
Fucking
Batman.
the best Doc Holliday.
Best Doc Holliday.
I
He
mean,
was
not
also,
historically correct Doc Holliday, but like best Doc Holliday.
he was also a pretty good Elvis in True Romance.
Was he?
Yeah, when the main character, Christian Slater's character, is talking to Elvis in the mirror, it's Val Kilmer.
Oh, okay. I need to watch that. I haven't.
Yeah,
watched-
that's a great movie.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
that movie in forever.
it's an uncredited role. He just, because you don't see him, but that's Val Kilmer as Elvis.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Do you guys ever watch that movie Mindhunters
No.
with Val Kilmer?
Yes.
Super stoked about it because it's like Val Kilmer, he's in this movie. Spoiler alerts, I mean that movie's also 20-something years old. He dies in it like less than halfway through it, and I'm like,
God damn it! I was just about to
son of a
watch that.
bitch. Yeah. Great movie though. The Saint.
I was
probably
gonna
That's
say
one
a
of
The
my-
fucking
Saint.
great movie.
That is
That's
my
the one I've seen the
favorite.
most.
Other than Tombstone, that is my favorite Val Kilmer movie.
That's how you can tell if somebody is a cool person or not, is their opinion of the movie The Saint. And if they're like, oh, that movie sucked, like, get out of here.
You're dumb.
Go away.
Yeah.
You're dumb.
Like I'm gonna look for The Saint tonight and watch it.
It's a good fucking movie.
Hmm
And the
think
chick
I
is
have
wicked
it.
hot too. And she like gets
Wicked
almost
hot.
naked.
What is her name? The chick from The Saint.
Was that Rachel
Weisz. That was Rachel Weisz.
was it Rachel
Is it?
Weisz or was that Enemy at the Gate?
She was in both of them.
Saint.
Yeah, and she showed her butt in Enemy at the Gate.
Yeah.
She
Elizabeth
the-
Shue.
Elizabeth Shue?
Oh, Elizabeth Shue. Yeah, she
That's
gets
her.
naked in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
40
That still doesn't
seconds.
take away from the fact that Rachel Weisz would get it. Even now.
Yeah, who's she? Isn't she married to the last James Bond?
Pierce
Um,
Brosnan, Daniel Craig.
Daniel
Daniel Craig.
Craig. That's the one.
That's a good pick, if so.
Because they
Mhm.
make reference to it on Ted Lasso. When Rebecca's talking about going to Elton John's Christmas party.
Barbecue sauce.
It's
All right, so it's time.
time for soccer talk.
Soccer talk? We're talking about soccer?
I
It's
asked
time-
Jake in the pre-show. I was like, "So what are we gonna talk about?" He's like, "I'm gonna talk about soccer."
Talk about
then-
soccer.
Are
And then you
coaching
hear that,
soccer?
like somewhere in his tone, you just hear the sadness. You just tell.
Oh, he's coaching soccer.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I went to a Sounders game.
Oh.
That sound there of his voice was him putting his hands over his face.
Mhm.
Yeah, I went to a Sounders game, and I didn't just go to a Sounders game, right? I wanted the experience. I wanted to know why people were like, I'm a Sounders fan. I went and I joined the Emerald City supporters. I sat in the section where the most rabid fans of the fan base sat. Fuck, was I bored for 45
Fucking
minutes.
like
Fucking
as you're
A,
talking, I'm like, that is vanilla as fuck.
It was so fucking lame. All right, so they kick off and they sing the following song for 11 minutes. I'm not going to sing it to you.
Sweet Caroline. Ba,
Eat
ba,
shit,
ba.
it.
Yeah.
So they sing this for 11 consecutive minutes. The bluest skies you've ever seen are in Seattle. Bullshit. The hills are the greenest green in Seattle.
Bullshit.
Like a beautiful child growing up free and wild, full of hope and full of fear, full of laughter, full of beer, full of dreams to last the years in Seattle.
Wow.
That sounds
11
lame.
minutes. And so, like, the first couple times you're like, all right, yeah, this is a song. Cool. And you're like,
There's the song. There it is.
there it is.
Little did
Second-
Jake know he was about to get the director's cut.
Seriously.
Christopher
And
Nolan.
I'm genuinely there. I've had 2 beers already, and I'm holding 2 beers, and I'm the drunkest person around me.
What?
Which for someone people that yelled that they are full of hopes and full of fears, full of laughter, full of beer for 11 minutes. The only one. So you think at the 11-minute mark, everyone give yourself a high five, pat yourself on the back, take a piss, grab a seat. No. It's time for the next tune. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. And that song goes, roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Your power is turning the darkness to dawn. So roll on, Columbia, roll on.
Wild.
Songs about dams.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Is this a goddamn?
Oh man, like
damn.
All right. So
I've got no connection to the European football, but I feel for them hating American football, soccer right now.
This is
Wait,
Like, this sounds so lame.
I'm getting there.
Question.
Yeah, it felt so minor league. Minor league.
Do the Seattle Sounders fans know that Portland is closer to the Columbia?
I don't know, but it definitely is. We
That was a
came
geography joke.
We came to drink, we came to sing, whoa, whoa. We came to drink, we came to sing, whoa, whoa. We came to drink, we came to sing, ECS from 113, whoa, whoa, whoa. Burn, destroy, wreck, and kill, whoa. Burn, destroy, wreck, and kill, whoa. Burn, destroy, wreck, and kill. Seattle Sounders surely will, whoa.
Was that Pearl Jam?
Emerald City, we are here, whoa. Emerald City, we are here, whoa. Emerald City, we are here. Supporting Sounders, drinking beer. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh God, I hurt for you, and I'm
Para ganar los Sounders. Para ganar los Sounders. Se necesita meter muchos goles. Meter muchos goles aquí y allá, y aquí y allá, y aquí y allá.
La la bamba.
Sounders. Vamos, Sounders.
Oh man. I'm embarrassed for these fucking shitty choir kids.
That sounds so embarrassing.
I didn't hear this one. I left before this one got sang. I'm a sounder, I'm seldom sober. I'm a sounder, all green and blue. When I'm drinking, I'm always drinking to a Sounders victory. No one likes us, no one likes us, no one likes us, we don't care. We are Sounders, mighty Sounders, we are Sounders. Fucking elf. And so this is the one that truly made me realize just how minor league and how culture vulture and how just taking someone else's shit and calling it your own MLS is, and why soccer is the sport of the future and will always be the sport of the future in the United States of America. I'm Sounders till I die. I'm Sounders till I die.
Wait a second.
I know I am. I'm sure I am. I'm West. Sounders till I
die. I was like, I know this one.
Yeah, right.
I know this one.
I know this. Even Robin knows this one.
He's here. He's there. He's everywhere.
Roy Kent.
So also, we cheer for made-up soccer team.
Yeah,
they're more legitimate than the fucking Sounders, bro.
Because they have Jamie Tart.
I feel like if you took the cast, the actual team from Ted Lasso, they could probably beat them.
Yeah,
they're at least hanging.
They're gonna put on
Zero in goal and
yeah.
Oh, they're fucking set.
And don't forget about Zava.
Yeah, Danny, he's fucking ready because football is life.
Especially unless it's an international match. Imagine if it's an international match.
Oh, he's fucking killing somebody.
Yeah. Play for my country. the fucking Danny heel turn was one of my favorite parts of
It was so good. I'm watching it again, and yeah, it's.
And how Zero wore the mask the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like they didn't. I don't think they like. It wasn't until the next season of the show that he finally took the mask off.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, he became a superhero. You know, he had to be, and then yeah.
Yep.
There's so much great character development in that show. Like, it really is. Like, if you want to learn to write characters, watch Ted Lasso, because everyone is a pretty round character, but they all have a tragic flaw, and none of their tragic flaws are so overbearing that they ruin the character.
Yeah.
And all of their tragic flaws work together like spokes in a wheel, instead of like coming together like a
two
fight.
Avatar penises.
I didn't notice until the last time I was watching it that the restaurant manager was a super cokehead.
Really?
I didn't notice it until the last time I was like, wait a second. Oh shit. Yep, that's what's going on there.
You're like, hey, he likes to go skiing.
He loves it.
This guy loves
avalanche.
Love the skiing.
Oh, wait, I want to go back to the Utah hockey thing because your sweater reminded me of it.
Utah.
On Pat McAfee, they were talking about their suggested names. Obviously, they're like, so it's got to be the Soakers, right? And Ryan Smith is like, no, we've got a poll and we're doing like a playoff bracket and this and that, and Pat's like, so the Soakers are in then, right? Like they're, and he's like, no, what about the Quakers? You know, the bed Quakers. And then he leans up on his chair and kicks his feet up.
Oh God.
Oh, and they won't let him be, because of the Soakers thing. They're making sure that it's not the Salt Lake anything. They're like, it's going to be Utah something. So they're not going to be the Salt Lake City Soakers, because that would be
Salt Lake City Super Soakers.
They've that's one of the ones that they come up with too. I think I sent you a video. Maybe I did. Yeah, it's got a list of them that were so good.
The Utah Jambalaya is my favorite.
It's just, they're like, let's just steal another one from Louisiana.
I still think like,
the Utah Coyotes.
That was one of them.
That was one of them. Or the Utah Purple
hilarious.
Coyotes. Just like call them a different color and just
the
blue
Utah
Coyotes.
The Utah Suns.
That's the winner right there, the Utah Suns. But it's SONS.
Yeah.
The uniform is black and white.
Yes. Oh my God. That would be awesome.
Alcohol sales is gonna be abysmal.
Right.
Oh,
one of the big ones they said suggested was Utah Yeti. Like that seems like one that they'll do.
I thought that was the one they settled on already.
No, they haven't settled on anything.
Okay.
But
I feel like hockey fucks up and gets it right at the same time. Like Seattle Kraken's a good enough name, but Seattle Sockeye is way better.
Yeah.
And it's and you could have a great logo of a fish with a bruised eye and a hockey stick. Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, because you can still throw out fish. That's what they do. Throwing at the fish.
Look,
how did they miss that?
Here's a preview of my
Richmond.
My fucking grievances for the year. Here's a preview. One of them is Seattle sports fans and Seattle sports culture in general and the national anthem. Okay. One of the things that they do up here, and they don't do it so much at the Mariners games because nobody's really paying attention to the national anthem. When they say words related to Seattle, the entire crowd yells them. But they don't even say, like, for instance, oh, say, can you see? Like SEA, see.
Yeah.
And then the next one that I had to stand there and think about for 30 seconds. These fucking Kraken fans yell, "Red glare!" I'm like, red glare? Because of the eye on your logo for the Kraken is red? That's the red glare? And so from that point on, like, everyone in the stands is just taking the piss out of the song. And people are just like, Rockets! So for the next 2 minutes, it's just random people yelling words to the national anthem.
Did anybody yell Black Santa?
No, they didn't. But again, at the Sounders game, they did the "Oh say can you see?" and they did another one. I'm like, you guys can all just fuck all the way off. I am so like, I have already heard this song way too many times, and I'm sick of people trying to be cute with it.
Did you bring any of your old shirts to hand out to people?
No, I should have.
Maybe that's what you should start doing because you're so mad at the national anthem people. It's like, here's a shirt for you. Would you like a shirt? Would you like a free shirt?
Free shirt handout during the national anthem.
Got his deodorant stains in the fucking armpits. And...
Dude, I'm going to do that when I want to get rid of some shirts. I'm just gonna fucking wrap them in logos of the Blazers and fucking go to a Blazer game.
I like the idea.
It's super funny. It's like, what is this? This is a fucking Margaritaville shirt. Like, yeah, dude.
Get a big shirt, a big screen printed shirt, and then like a smaller logo over the screen print. So it's clearly a Margaritaville shirt.
Hilarious.
But it's got a Blazer symbol on it. Hey, get your custom Margaritaville Blazers.
Or you could just put like a Blazer symbol somewhere else. Like put it just randomly.
Learn how to sew and just start taking Blazer tags off of things at Marshall's and sticking them on random shirts.
There you go.
Just like sew it in like it's a fucking punk jacket.
I have like 50 Ducks patches if you want to start doing it at Ducks games.
Just like put Ducks patches on random ass shit.
Yeah.
That could be the move.
That
honestly.
would be really, really funny. Like
$10 new duck shirts.
Get an old pair of shorts and put a duck patch right on the crotch.
Robin, what we need to do is we need to get just random ass shirts and turn them all into cutoffs and just put duck patches on them and sell them to chicks.
We could do that.
And they'd be like, "Oh my god, it's a Hard Rock t-shirt with a duck logo on it."
And then say, "Hey, it comes with this free ball of water," and then dump it on them.
Or I just get a can of fucking
patches.
Yeah, get a can of spray paint and spray paint the fucking logo on
like the NWO.
Yeah. There's a dude that's doing that right now. He's like, "I'm a famous street artist and I'm painting people's clothes." And just write stupid shit on their clothes and like people it's like broken heart and then puts a broken heart on the back of your sweatshirt and apparently you have to wear that for the rest of the day. They just walk around. People like, "Oh, look."
I saw a TikTok video with that. And the guy was like painting on people's shirts. I was like,
it's like an artsy douchey affinity shirt.
Yeah, a girl comes up and he spray paints "baby" on her tits. Like, come on.
You spelled booby wrong.
Oh yeah.
He was able to get the whole word on there. Those some big old knockers.
No, he did it in cursive. I think it was like.
And it was one of those pen spray paints.
Do you guys remember when we got the hats at the spray booth at the Duck game and Bailey gave the dude like 20 bones to spray paint a "Fuck the Huskies" hat for him?
Yeah.
That was rented. That was some good shit.
I wonder if he still has that.
I'm gonna ask. We'll ask the group chat right now as we're talking about it.
Yeah, because why wouldn't we? So Dave, you have to work Saturday?
Yep.
Why? It's stupid.
That's dumb.
I need monies.
Because you bought a shotgun?
Oh no, that's already paid for.
Yeah, but if you hadn't.
What do you need money for?
If I hadn't, I'd still be going to work.
Oh.
Well, that's counterintuitive.
Yeah, I'm no math magician.
You know, but I mean, if I don't go to work, I still get paid the same.
Yeah, I'm not.
Which is not a good motivator for me.
No, it's not. It's terrible motivation. You're like, oh, I can just sit here.
The money I got for that shotgun was actually a school grant.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, good thing that our tax dollars
at a school where there was a school shooting. That makes sense.
Yeah. Which one hasn't?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Lane hasn't had one.
No, I'm joking. That was actually my tax return.
Which is from.
I wish I would have got a tax return.
Yeah, fucking goddamn it, Trump.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was actually Rib's mom. I got my tax return.
Oh well.
And my taxes from like 3 years ago.
Mine's because I technically am now in a higher tax bracket than I used to be under the previous tax plan.
Yeah, isn't that rad? The IRS just needs to go away. They can fuck off.
They can fuck off. Like, how come I have to figure out how much money to give you? Like, you guys know.
Why can't they just figure that out from the start?
Like, they know. So if I give them money, they're like, nope, that's wrong.
Why are they giving us a test? And if you fail it, you go to jail.
I don't want to say anybody's name on the podcast, but I know individuals who've done businesses in other states, and the state's like, hey, we need money for the stuff that you sold. And the people are like, okay, here's $14.74. And the state's like, thanks.
Really?
Yeah. But if you send them a number that's like, here's $50, they'll be like, okay, well, we need an accounting of what it was that you sold. But you send them a weird number, they're like, oh, these guys definitely kept track. Like, oh yeah, definitely. Let's see, what's 11% of $400? Okay, here's $40.
Did you tell Dave about the garbage thing going on there? Like how much your company or a potential company owes?
10 racks. They owe $10,000 to the garbage company.
It's the garbage man. And they keep coming even though they're not getting paid.
Well, they stopped coming.
Oh, they did finally?
Yeah. We apparently 10,000 is our credit limit.
10,000 in unpaid trash pickup. That's where we draw the line. Not
yeah, you guys, 8,000.
8.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that we fucking went and got our credit limit increased so we could not pay the bill for longer.
Jesus, that's wild.
How
does a company function?
It's fine. They'll just declare bankruptcy in 5 years and
Or you're gonna Michael
walk
Scott
away.
Yeah.
Declare bankruptcy.
The reality of the situation is they're probably just waiting for this lease to end at the end of next year. And then my resume is going to have 3 years of supervisory experience on it.
I mean, that's not terrible.
No,
Terrible
and
trade.
I'll have 2 football seasons in the meantime that I don't have to worry about getting Fridays off for.
That's true. Those are also good reasons. I thought you guys were going to move down here. Can't you find a job here? And on that note,
these people,
They
they could have been anywhere in the world.
could have been moving to Oregon.
You're here with us. We appreciate that. Make sure you're checking us out on YouTube. You can see our smiley faces. You can see my beautiful, you can see my Captain C. See? See? See?
See?
It was an alley-oop, and both he fucking packed it.
I love how we
I'm a
both,
big fan.
both of us were like, oh, here it is.
Here it is. That's a hanging curveball. That is out of here. See you next week. Martina McBride.
Walk it off.
Tina McBride.
But for this episode, this edition of my show, good night, universe.
Until we meet again!
There you go, Ducks. Spring game.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the fucking spring game.
Nah, we'll talk about it next week.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.